thank you very much that you've all been able to make this happen in 2020.
We are in the land of the Greek gods, and maybe, just maybe, they might have all come together for what feels like the most Herculean task amid this pandemic crisis in order to bring us together. Over the past few months, weeks and days prior to the flight, it sometimes felt as if we wouldn't make it here for this most special occasion. Okay, you can't believe. Okay, but we did. We made it.
Today is a day to celebrate, a day to build more memories, and a day to propose a toast to Peter and Daisy, who in our eyes make a truly perfect couple. So, Peter and Daisy.
I still remember the day I first saw her. It was early on in our course and we were all gathered in the atrium, awkwardly making small talk with the people we were going to spend the next 3 years of our life with. Then, just like Moses in the Red Sea, the people parted and there she was. Stood at the other end of the room. She was the most gorgeous thing I'd ever seen. But days passed, months passed. Where was she? I didn't know. What I did know, however, in this ever-connected world was that I could find her another way. Facebook.
And you're not. It's traditional Greek. Of course you can.
Until it's too hot for me to bed.
Yeah. Crazy career.
I can still remember that feeling I had after that first conversation. You were different to anyone I'd ever met, the way you treated people, your smile, your humour. I'm pretty sure everyone that meets you falls in love with you instantly, and that was definitely true for me. You have given me a love that I didn't think was possible, and you've done it with no hesitations or conditions. So I can't begin to describe how lucky I feel to be able to make these vows and promise the rest of my life to you.
We now come to the period we can aptly refer to as COVID-18. The will they, won't they? The should they, shouldn't they? The did I say something worthy of a personal lockdown where I'll never show my face again unless it's 20 feet away from anyone and behind a mask? Well, long story short, they would, they did, and they most definitely should. Daisy, and something, Trinda became my girlfriend.
Maybe not. The arms, you're slapping my feet. Oh my god, I can't breathe. Perfect. Would I breathe for another pair of hands? Yeah. Is that alright? Cool. Oh my god, is it too small? No. I know. Mine's like really big. Mine was like flat. Do you like my dress? It's beautiful. I love your dress. It's stunning.
You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks. All those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. All those late nights that were included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all these things we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, for you have learned much from one another over these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things between you will never be quite the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Have you got a biro I can borrow? I'd like to write your name. On the palm of my hand, on the walls of the hall, the roof of the house, right across the land, so when the sun comes up tomorrow, it'll look to the side of this hard-bitten planet like a big yellow button with your name written on it. Have you got a biro I can borrow? I'd like to write some lines in praise of your knee and the back of your neck and the double-decker bus that brings you to me, so when the sun comes up tomorrow, it'll shine on a world made richer by a sonnet and a half-dozen epics as long as the Aeneid. Have you got a biro I can borrow? I'd like to write your name. From the belt of Orion to the share of the plough, the snout of the bear to the belly of the lion. So when the sun goes down tomorrow, there'll never be a minute, not a moment of the night, that hasn't got you in it.
I have to hold up my hands and admit that when writing these vows, I had to look around for some inspiration. And while the internet struggled to come up with one distinct definition for what vows should say or represent, the most common thing that seemed to come up was 5 letters. A, E, I, O, and U. Granted, I thought this was a bit strange, but when has the internet ever been wrong? So how about I give this a whirl? Days, there isn't anyone I'd rather be on this journey with. You're my best friend, my soulmate, and all I want to do is have you by my side for the rest of my life. Even when we're both grey and old and my teeth and hair fall out, I'll be there to rid your world of spiders and there to give your head a stroke. Even if I lose my hand in the process. I promise you a life of loyalty and love. I promise to be there offering you a boost during your highs, and I promise to be there to hold your hand during your lows. I promise to be the best husband, your best friend, and if down the line we have some little ones running around, I promise to be the best dad I can be. I promise to love you with every fibre of my weird, lanky body. And I promise to keep making dumb jokes, even if they're rubbish and don't land.
I promise to be your biggest supporter, by your side, for every genius idea you come up with. And you will always have someone fighting your corner whenever you need or want it. I vow to be loyal to you, and I will stand by you no matter what gets thrown at us. I will always laugh at your jokes, and I appreciate the fact you'll always pretend to laugh at mine. I promise to always be your partner in local co-op friendly games, and if necessary, to lose so that you maintain your number one status. I vow to continue learning about life with you, growing as a team, and one day building a family. Building a family our children will be proud of. For the rest of our lives, I will cherish every moment we have together as your best friend and wife. Thank you for making my life extraordinary. I'm so unbelievably proud of how far we've come. And I love you more than I ever thought was possible. It was never a case of if, just when.
Oh, and one more thing. I vow to be your support whenever you need it, the first to celebrate your successes and the last to forget about them. Because you, I'm sorry to say, are stuck with me forever. Through thick and thin, whatever life throws at us, we're a team, and I found my partner in crime. I love you with all my heart.
Peter, do you take Daisy to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Daisy, please can you put the ring on Peter's finger? And do you take Peter to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
From this moment, having been joined in marriage of your free will, you must love, respect and remain to each other for the rest of your life. Your marriage joins your destinies and requires that you face together as equals all matters which arise from you living together as husband and wife, and in general all the difficulties of life. You must jointly share, each according to his or her ability, in the responsibilities entitled in living together as husband and wife, as in the maintenance and betterment of the family you will create. Finally, it is the duty and right of both of you to attend to the upbringing and education of your children in order that they become good and useful citizens and free individuals. I declare that you are henceforth joined in marriage for life as husband and wife. Congratulations. You are now the bride.
He and Daisy got together in 2017, and we are unbelievably happy that she is now part of our family. We welcome both her and her family, an official daughter at last, and one who is not only beautiful, with the kindest of hearts, she is also a great cook and is at least as organized, if not more so, than I am.
What was his secret? What was it that drew such an attractive, intelligent, and crucially sober girl to Peter?
Now, so the woman sat beside me. The woman who, without her unfathomable project management talents, we wouldn't be sat here today having this incredible day in this incredible place. Who poured her heart and soul into making this absolutely perfect. And I'll be the first one to say she's 100% achieved that. My amazing wife. Thank you for the love you give me. Thank you for your time and patience. I can imagine being with me isn't the 24/7 laughter fest I think it is. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for being the greatest friend, girlfriend, and fiancé in the world. And thank you for waiting all those years before you gave into your blatant feelings for me. Being with Daisy Trinder is like being Hannibal after crossing the Alps in 218 BC. Epic and strategically brilliant. What a smart move it was to fall in love with a woman who brings you as much joy and happiness day in, day out as she does. A woman who brings out the best in you, makes you want to be a better person, a more caring person, a more loving person. How tactically sound it was to fall in love with this person who's so strong, kind, passionate and brilliant. Being with Daisy Trinder is like a password with a capital letter, numbers, special characters and two-factor authentication. It makes you feel secure. It makes you feel like you're home. She's got your back and you've got hers. You get to a point in life where you're ready to take on the world, and sure as anything, she's there to take it on with you.
I've been fortunate enough to game, drink, laugh alongside him for the last 10 years of my life. He has been an unwaveringly good friend and is so clearly in love with Daisy.
And they are both together the perfect match to the perfect symmetry. And we love you both. With perfect symmetry.
To my favourite son, to the Beanock, but most importantly, to my best friend and his beautiful wife, to Peter and Daisy.
Days, I can't wait to spend my life with you. With every little fibre of me, I love you. So please, would you all join me in raising a glass to my knockout wife?
Peter is half Dutch, and I'm the Dutch part. In Holland, it is tradition, or certainly in my family and many of my friends' families, to write a song about the bride and or groom. Peter, however, explicitly asked for this not to happen. However, he said nothing about a rap.
They got together, and here we are today to wish them luck and happiness on their wedding day. On their wedding day. On their wedding day. Sorry, Peter.
In the polos, entrepreneur niggas in the mogos. He can roll with the crew, he can so loud. But I think I like him better when he down loud. And I think I like him better with the fitted cap on. He ain't even gonna put the Mac on. He just gotta give me that look. When he give me that look, then the pennies coming off. Excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. You know I really got a thing for American guys. I mean, side, sticking in eyes. I can tell that you're a type, such a feminine side. Yes I did, yes I did. Somebody please tell me who the F I is. I am Nicki Minaj and Mary Lou. That cool fucking trouble you know.
Into a rude dude, man. Now when you wanna mess up the night, now we got to fight. When I got to let's come on. Yeah, oh man. You think you, oh man. You think you,
sweetest song that I can sing. Oh baby, oh baby. You're on just a cloud who picks you up each time without. Oh baby, oh baby.
Oh my God, this is enough. It's not your face. I know.